Good evening and welcome back everyone to the Nexus Gaming Series. I am Bahamut, your caster. On the left-hand side, we are going to be having Squad Alpha 9. And on the right, we are going to be having Work Hard, Throw Hard. This is a Division C West matchup for the Nexus Gaming Series. Let's go ahead and get into this. The maps that were... I'll start out the stream by saying this because we've already dropped 6K frames. I am currently having some issues with Spectrum. Apparently, they just don't have enough internet for my area. So that's honestly the response, and they said that it's fixed. Here we are. I apologize up front, and I will continue to apologize throughout the stream, but let's go ahead. We will... oh, dear Lord. 68 kilobytes a second, and then it jumps to 3K. That's a stable internet connection. The coin flip was won by Squad Alpha 9. They went ahead and went for first pick, so they ban out Tomb of the Spider Queen. Brax's Holdout was then banned out by Work Hard, Throw Hard. Towers of Doom was the second map pick for Squad Alpha 9, as the way that it works. And then Dragonshire is our first matchup. That is going to be the map choice of Work Hard, Throw Hard. I'm excited about this. I really like this. This is going to be an awesome matchup here between these two teams. So we are going to be having the Diablo banned out here, and actually these teams taking some time on their bans. They really want to make sure that they get rid of some of these things. We actually have a Mephisto ban. In our Division B matchup, we actually had zero issues with, or zero sight of Mephisto being picked or banned or prioritized really in any way, shape, or form. So interesting choice on the side of Squad Alpha 9, but first pick, Decker Kane, not a bad idea. Really great in that rotational sense where you can get potions set up in the lanes. You can rotate between mid and bottom a little bit easier with that advantage of just needing to be, taking healing as needed. But at this point, it's a strong start for them. How do they respond on the side of Work Hard, Throw Hard? They could go for strong tank as well as healer, lock those two things in. Something like a Stukov would be huge, but they go for the Nazebo on top of it. But that is actually going to be Nazebo picked up for the members of Work Hard, Throw Hard. So they'll be looking for that late game 20. And realistically, Dragonshire, it is a map that goes that late. Nazebo on the top lane is definitely a viable hero. Stukov is a strong support, but with this Decker Kane, I actually wonder, they took away the Diablo, but I was taken out of my mouth. The Decker Kane still offers a lot of great slows. Subdue on Joanna, if completed, even just the talent itself is a great ability to get that nice swipe, that slow onto the enemy team, and then Phoenix with the Purification Salvo is going to get a lot of damage with that burst. So looking for that burst on the side of Squad Alpha 9, and realistically they need a solo laner and maybe just take away something that's strong into the Dahaka. Yorel has already been taken off the table. Maybe they take out that Dahaka. I think I said Dahaka instead of Nazebo because that's what I was thinking, but they actually take out the Sonya. So the Nazebo will be going in that solo lane. They take out the Yorel and the Sonya, but the Dahaka still being available. I wonder if they go for that. It's a strong hero on this map and gets a lot of value. Now, they do need a main tank. They do need some damage on the side of Work Hard, Throw Hard. So I would maybe look at one of those aspects and personally maybe just taking out, like, the Garrosh. Almost like I can read their minds. It's also simple math. No, it's not. It's the pattern is realistically with the Stukov and the Garrosh, the taunt on top of the silence, as well as having the Zebo with the zombie wall and dumping damage and that poison, that's going to be huge. So Garrosh, yeah, AoE stun, I'll take that off the table. They go for the Murden, they go for the Li Ming with that as well. So they're going to have that burst and those resets from Li Ming. The lockdown and the engage coming out from that Murden. I really do like this. Now, what do they get? It's these last two picks from Squad Alpha 9. They need their solo laner. I still bank on that Dahaka, and then they also need a little bit of damage to pair with that Phoenix. Don't hate something like a Thrall. They could go for something like a Malthael, percentage-based damage, or even a Tychus. Tychus is really strong here, pairs well into a lot of these heroes. They go for the Kael'thas. Okay, they go for the Mage. They're going to be having either the Pyro Bomb or the Phoenix, and to be honest, Pyro Bomb is completely viable. The burst onto one hero, there's really nothing to stop that in this situation. Now, if you wanted to rotate with Nazebo between mid and bottom, that is a strong aspect. And you could actually still pick up Blaze here. That just means that you're hyper carrying on a Li Ming until level 20 when you really get that big damage out from the Nazebo. But realistically, I think it's going to be something along the lines of a melee assassin. Let's find out. Oh, okay. All right. I was actually thinking that we'd be getting something a little bit more divey to go in with that Murd and something like a Greymane, something like a Malthael. I thought that would work well with them, but we get the Zul Jin, so we're going to be seeing some interesting play coming out from that. I really like this already, as we have dropped quite a few frames. Once again, I do apologize for all of the stuttering issues with the stream. I feel so horrible about it, but I don't know what else I can do. We're just going to have to make do until Spectrum can figure out a way to supply internet properly to the area, because they have a monopoly. But we get into this. If the execution goes right on the side of Squad 9 Alpha, Work Hard, Throw Hard's going to struggle here. But at the same time, if they can get that level of damage that they need from Li Ming and Zul Jin, they're going to be able to walk right over them. Especially with that Nazeebo being able to dump that poison damage in the backline, that is going to be an awesome play. But we'll have to see here. I'm not sure who really kind of takes the cake on this. I like the Murden Engage. Haymaker's still a viable option too. I mean, you can totally go into that and try and get that. I'm not sure. As we load into this, there we go. I was like, hello. All right, we're all downloading packets all at the same time, but we get into this. There we go. Alrighty, on the left-hand side, we are going to be having Squad 9 Alpha with mostly going to be on the... Yeah, Samosi? I think Samosi is going to be on the Phoenix. We are going to be having MJ Doom going to be on that Dahaka. We'll having Zaldrith going to be on the Joanna. Nope. Yeah, no, that's right. Then we will be having Gola going to be on the Kael'thas, and Ara Luna going to be on the Deckard Cain. And on the right-hand side, we are going to be having Work Hard, Throw Hard, with Deletia going to be on the Nazeebo. Mike Check going to be on the Muradin. Sagan, I'm not going to say the rest, is going to be on the Zul'jin. We'll have Ashrain going to be on the Stukov, and Durg going to be on the... Let's get into this, as we have actually everyone in bottom lane here getting some damage onto this fort. Just a little bit of weakening, opening this up a little bit more, trying to get some just kind of poke onto it here and there, but really not going to get a lot of value from that. Meanwhile, they're just kind of setting up in these bush, maybe looking for a pick. Nothing really too out of the ordinary. We are probably going to be seeing these rotations coming out between mid and bottom, because the fact that Kael'thas will be wanting to stack up those... stack up the globes as quickly as possible for his mana regeneration, for his mana addict at level 1. And meanwhile, they're leaving Phoenix in mid, so maybe they're actually going to be changing this up. They're going to do like a 1-1-3. That could work out for them, actually. Mike Check going to be working their way in here, going to get the chain bomb put onto them, making sure they spread themselves away from the enemy team, not wanting to spread that that damage out. Meanwhile, Zul'jin will just sit there and auto attack. And this is an interesting thing that I did not talk about in draft. The blinds coming out from Joanna into the Zul'jin could be devastating, especially with him not being able to stack, because I don't know if the stacks actually count if he's blinded in that manner. I'll have to check that out. It's definitely an interaction that I'll have to look into myself. But we go back, and we're actually going to be having the Phoenix solo laning here, and honestly it works. They've got great wave clear. Meanwhile, in top lane, MJ Doom into Deletia is going to be going evenly, but Kael'thas actually going to be the first one to fall here in this bottom lane. Durg is going to be holding this bottom point over. No one in top just yet. Nazeebo trying to just make sure that MJ Doom doesn't step up too far. We do have the Phoenix coming back down into this lane, and I think they're able to just kind of back out of here just fine. Actually, and hold this over too. Meanwhile, mid lane, just continues to hold this over. Mike Check just sitting in the bush, still soaking that up, just doesn't need to play too aggressive. Top lane just making sure they get those stacks on the Nazeebo, currently sitting at 18 out of the 175 necessary, as well as that level 22. But they're actually going to be going into that Toad build, so we're going to be seeing that really evolve, especially as those Toads finish out. But we do have 4s achieved for both teams almost simultaneously. Well, pretty close. But that is going to be still bottom point held over. They're trying to step up onto this, but Zaldrith isn't really able to do too much, as they do get the root onto the Li Ming. They step up, the blink goes out. That little teleport will get them a little bit of a distance, but We actually have the burrow out from the Dahaka at this time. A little late as they actually look for the tongue drag onto Zul'jin. They don't connect it, and that is going to be the slow. A lot of damage is going to be coming out. The cleanse is there as well. And they make it out just fine. Not going to be losing themselves here as this bottom point hasn't been held over yet. Top lane is in favor for the members of Squad 9 Alpha, but they don't have anyone here. Oh, is MJ Doom able to do this quick enough? Mic check. Yep, they are, and that will be the first Dragonite going over in favor for Squad 9 Alpha as the Phoenix rotates into top, making sure they don't miss out on any of the soak. And they actually have the rest of the team going to be moving into mid as well, too. They want to open this up, make it a little bit harder to sustain in this mid lane. And this isn't often what we see, but it definitely will be a good play. Are a little bit low here, going to need to tap well at some point. They're not able to sustain the team too well. That pustule coming out from the Muradin at the last second there was kind of cool. But this is actually a very, very strong siege for the members of Squad 9 Alpha, as they're going to need to rotate this bottom and play the safe. They take down the front gate, and they're just looking for that bit of experience from that. That little bit of a boost will start to really pull them ahead in this match, and I like that kind of play. Zul'jin is going to go ahead and just poke out into this lane a little bit here, and they continue to work this. They work this down. Mic check actually going for the flank here, but never walk behind a Dragonite. They actually could have kicked him a little bit further into this area. That would have been a little bad, but Dragonite ending, they take out the front gate. They achieve 7s a little bit faster. Meanwhile, Gola is going to need to back out of here, taking a bit of damage. Also going to be healed up by that Deku Cane just fine. And it looks like this is going to be a still fairly even match, but that first Dragonite is already going over in favor for Squad 9 Alpha. Might check in this bush. Maybe they're looking for aggression onto Phoenix, and actually just that tiny little blink. They're able to just... They will be absolutely fine from that, as it looks like this is going to be siege camps picked up on both sides for both of these teams. And realistically, so far the play here has been pretty even across the board. I really get it. Like, if we just look at like healing numbers, not too far off realistically. We're going to be looking at experience. So extremely close between these two teams. Only a couple hundred difference between the two, as they will have 8s together on top of this. But the next altar phase should be popping up fairly soon. Some pings going out into these bushes, making sure that no one really steps up too far, not really wanting to get caught by that Dahaka. But they have vision with the Nazebo. I'm going to assume that they would just call this out at the moment's notice of that Dahaka missing, or maybe looking for that brush stock here. As the Gravity Lapse goes out, it doesn't connect. Looking for the Zul'jin, but getting a lot of auto attacks off, sitting at 19 stacks currently on that baseline questing talent. But that is going to be the blinds going out as well. Meanwhile, the other thing to note too is Dahaka went into the the natural agility. No, that's not right. That's Hanzo's. Enhanced agility. Actually, Joanna stepping up quite far here. No potion connecting as they actually missed the combo. But the enhanced agility is going to get them a decent amount of value here as the Zul'jin gets pulled in. They actually get the kill, and that is a good kill right before this altar phase. It kind of sets them up to really have a bit more control here as Gola looking for someone in that bush with that Gravity Lapse not connecting, but this will also be Mana Addict finish very early here, and that's a huge thing for the Kael'thas. Can play a little bit more aggressive as well as just have that extra sustain. They will go ahead and hold over bottom lane. They got to move quick here. Meanwhile, though, there is mic check going into... oh my god. The J in the front throws me off. I'm sorry, Phoenix. I just don't know. Say Monets. That's my best guess. But either way, we have Li Ming actually maybe looking for a setup on this position here to just get a burst out. But no one on this camp. They actually ping for it. They want to go for it in this bottom lane. They're going to hold over bottom just fine. Top lane is going to be MJ Doom into Delidia. And that is a lot of damage coming out from these Toads. Not even finishing them out yet. 10's achieved for both teams. Massive shove. We actually have the guillotine out from the Zul'jin. That is going to be the Pyro Bomb from the Kael'thas also. No one really to nothing really to stop that. No bunker or any sort of big burst of healing. Now granted, yeah, Stukov does have some decent healing, but you're all by yourself and you get that bomb right into your face. That is going to be a bad day. As Kael'thas has a global line, and he will go ahead and get some decent poke out onto this, as it looks like... Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure that stream is decently running. I know we've already dropped 22,000 frames, and I apologize, stream, but it looks like Spectrum is just struggling. I don't know what to do. I apologize. It's just not going to be working out for us this evening. Stay a while and listen comes out. That is going to be the Pyro Bomb out onto Durg, and that is the blow up onto Li Ming. She goes nowhere, and that is going to be a great kill for the members of Squad 9 Alpha, as in top lane we have a bit of a chase going out onto Delightia. They actually get the tongue drag. They get the root onto, or excuse me, they get the zombie wall across a couple of these, but Phoenix not able to get that burst they're looking for, a little bit low themselves. The other thing to note, the Nazeebo sitting at 84 stacks and 84 stacks of Voodoo Ritual and 17 on their Toads. Phoenix warping in, they want to get this as quickly as possible, but Ashrain has that silence. They're not able to do anything. They need to back out of here. They have already burned the warp too, so if they get caught out, that is going to be bad. As I think Kael'thas is just going to be keep talking to us across the map. They get some poke damage out here, and looks like that is going to be stalled out. Top lane is going to be held over by Nazeebo. Get the clear onto this. Yeah, this should be fine. Mic check in the bottom lane. The silence does come out from the Stukov. They get the disengage. They're going to go ahead and get the Pustule out. That also will be the Blessed Shield coming out. That massive shove coming from Ashrain to make sure they disengage from this. Gola is going to dodge the combo from Li Ming by just a couple steps. Still holding over bottom. They only know it's 3v3. They know the Zul'jin's in mid. They're actually playing into this Phoenix really, really well. The guillotine comes out and they smush him. What a great sneak, or excuse me, a great snipe coming out from the Jen. Are they able to sustain through this? Oh yeah, they're able to live through this. This will be just fine. They're not able to catch up. I think if they went for the chase right away, they might have been able to get that brush talk speed, or the bush speed, but not in this situation. Meanwhile, though, they keep pushing and assailing bottom lane, and this is huge for them because now they'll have that experience gap starting to form, as well as the fact is they have this extra kind of play in bottom lane because they're able to just force the enemy back so much further since there's no keep or fort to be there for the defense. But 13s for both teams have been achieved. Yeah, I know, Ripper. There's nothing I can do about that. That's going to be the massive sleep onto so many members there, and that is going to be a massive shove pushing them away. That is going to be the Kael'thas falling as well. And Zeldrith is going to be knocked away. They are going to be pushed around. That is going to be the massive... Oh my god, the Purification Salvo going to be coming out as well. And they go ahead and make this disengage. That is a great play from the members of Work Hard, Throw Hard. Gonna go ahead and have the Zul'jin try and grab this, but yeah, they're gonna be able to do it. No one able to disengage from this. They're gonna rotate into the top lane, and we're sitting at 27,000 drop frames. I apologize. I can't do anything about this. It's Spectrum at this point. I've had them come out to my house. Yeah, I've been talking about that this entire time. Please, okay, I'm done messaging people because I'm casting. All right, we are gonna go ahead and have Dragonite getting the kick onto Aura, and this is going to be them working their way onto this fort. They have so much damage going out onto this, and this is getting a lot of value here. Kick going to go onto Kael'thas, and they're going to be able to get top lane opened up. The other thing too is they'll have bottom lane pushing up as well, and this is not the situation you want to be in with Squad 9 Alpha. They are getting so much value here, but it's just not going to be working out. Or the members of them. They can't get some turnaround here. They're looking for some sort of entry back into this fight, and they can't find it. And the Dragonite just walking around doing its own thing. 11 minutes into this game, they're getting a lot of value with this. Meanwhile, Fort still open in bottom lane. We do have the Nazeebo going to be able to rotate into this bottom, or excuse me, into this mid, and just push into this a little bit more. But meanwhile, they continue to assail bottom lane. You have Durg a little bit low on that mana, so needing to back off here. Dragonite going to be ending 15 to 15 in levels, 16 achieved almost by Work Hard, Throw Hard. And this looks like it's going to be an even matchup. As we get into this later half here, and I might have spoken a little bit too soon as they get a lot of big bursts onto the Dahaka. A couple members being rooted by the zombie wall there. They actually get the indestructible out at the exact moment they need it. Durg's so low, they need that mana for these resets, and those can't happen, but that is a great pick. As they go ahead and push in these lanes, they can regain some map control. Nazeebo sitting at 122 stacks currently on that Voodoo Ritual, getting a lot of value there, as we are probably just playing an auditory Here's the Storm stream. So once again, I do apologize about that, but nothing I can do on Spectrum because apparently they have fixed my internet. This is still going to continue to be a couple members working across the map to get lane pressure here. 16s are also going to be needing to be achieved by Squad 9 Alpha. And, well, this play for the Bruiser Camp isn't going to be happening at this time either. Top lane, they continue to push this up. Or at least they want to open this up. There's going to be a Bruiser Camp that they need to deal with, but not sure what they're able to do in this situation. Looks like we're going to just have the clear into the waves. They just want to push this up and play this safe.
The shrines are gathering power. The Dragon Knight calls.
Top lane being pushed up by the Phoenix. Going to be able to just get this siege into the lane without a problem. And they should be able to get the shrine, but Kael'thas was giving me the note that there was a battle breaking out. There is the Zul'jin falling, but at the same time they dropped that guillotine at the last second, getting the pick onto Kael'thas. So an even trade. And we just currently have this nice back and forth with MJ Doom. They try and step up from Durg, trying to get that kill, but it ain't going to be happening anytime soon here, as it looks like Phoenix will hold over top lane, but they want to take this bottom on the side of work hard, throw hard so very well. Hope going to be going out, and they just continue to... They're going to get some damage on this silence as well. They're looking for a kill onto one of the members, but... not going to be happening just yet. Zaldrith is so low. They pop the indestructible once again. They have that Phoenix coming down on top of that. Massive Shove is going to be pushing them so very far away. And they make some room here, but they're realistically not finding any kills. That also the Tunneling Claws coming out from the Dahaka will be huge for them. And it looks like they go ahead and hold this. Nazeebo in the top lane. They currently have the Zul'jin who can rotate into mid and once again pick up the Dragon Knight for the friendly team. So they need to sustain in this bottom lane on the side of Work Hard, Throw Hard. The Blessed Shield going to be coming out as well. They move their way in for a fight. They actually spread the Chain Bomb. Oh my god, the Stale While Listen from Aura is going to be stalled out there, but they still pick up the Dragon Knight. They're going to move this into mid lane. It's just going to be an easy aggression into this lane, and this should be an easy Dragon Knight for them. Or excuse me, an easy siege for them, because they will open up mid. They'll be able to take bottom easily, and I wonder if they go for bottom catapult pressure. It's going to be going on into Gola. They just get that decent damage out, put them into the corner, and the rest of the team sieges up and helps out as Durg had gone back for that mana on the Li Ming. They're making their way in here, and they get the kick onto Phoenix, making sure that those high-value members for the team aren't going to be helping out too much. And it looks like they rotate right back into mid, and this continues just to be the aggression that they need. I like this. I like this so much, the way that they're playing this. The aggression on the Dragon Knight is absolutely huge. They keep kicking away at a lot of high target value members on the side of Squad 9 Alpha. They open up this mid lane. Looks like they're able to get more than just that. Do they go for keep? Doesn't seem like that's the situation, as they will be achieving 20s. Nazeebo sitting at 170 stacks on the... oh my god. Not Dark Ritual. Oh, my brain. But it's going to be... I have to look. Voodoo Ritual. They're going to be finishing that out because they only need 3 more minions, and they should be able to get that with the zombie wall right up on this front gate, or at least poison them enough, but not yet, as the 20 advantage means that they can play into this boss, or excuse me, play into the siege camp extremely aggressive. They're going to get some high value coming out from that as... Ooh, do they sit in this bush and get the potential pick? Aura is going to check that out. The retreat pings go out as they actually step forward. They get the double Stormbolt out onto a couple members from Mike Check. They work their way in with this, and they want to try and siege and open this up even more. If they can get the value that they're looking for from this, that'll be huge, as they also have that Nazeebo rotating off in the top lane, making sure that doesn't get pushed in too hard from that Dahaka, looking for that experience. The other thing, too, Voodoo Ritual, it's uncapped. You can just sit there and keep stacking up, and around that 200 mark, that is so much damage into that. Increased by 150 damage. The poison damage that we're going to be seeing coming out in the late game is going to be devastating. As we're currently sitting at 37,000 frames dropped. I do apologize once again. 33% of our stream has just been dropped frames. I will call Spectrum after this stream, and we will have a lengthy discussion about... this. Why is the dragon right-handed? I don't know about that, Kaimo Tripson. Oh my god, the Pyro Bomb coming out into Durg is going to get so much value, making them go back, but no kill. Oh my god. Did Purification Salvo not finish all the way? Did it not go through? Because I don't think that was the full thing for Purification Salvo. The Massive Shove? No. What interrupted it? Was it the knockback from Li Ming? Was it a Stormbolt from Muradin? What was it? Either way, that was awesome because they went ahead and nobody died there from either team. That's the big thing to note also on top of all this. I wish I honestly knew why the dragon was right-handed. Does the Garden Terror hit with its left arm or does it hit with its right arm? That's a good thing to know, actually. We are going to be having this bottom camp picked up, though, and it looks like they're going to be trying to invade on this. The guillotine comes out a little bit early. They're getting a lot of bursts, and I should shut my mouth as Li Ming gets one reset. They look for Aura Luna here. They're not able to find that just yet. Dirk needs to back off as they are taking a lot of damage. Some poke going to be coming out. Meanwhile, in mid, Dahaka is going to get this clear, but Diletta is looking for this. But the thing is, playing into this is so dangerous. The other thing, too, is Pandemic is almost done for that Nazeebo. Only a few more stacks. The Stale While and Listen comes out. It stalls this out for a couple seconds. They get away. The Blessed Shields also stalls this out. They're able to make the disengage without losing another member. Only their Kael'thas goes down. No one... Well, the Burrow actually coming out from the Dahaka. They're going straight in that top lane, and you can't... No. You're not going to be able to channel this fast enough. If they had moved a little bit quicker, they definitely would have been able to do that, but not going to be happening. And we currently have them moving up in the top, but they're able to do this. And Dahaka already burned the burrow, so there really isn't much they can do. They're just going to leave the lane as they don't want to get caught out here. The other thing, too, is they're going to start to get some pressure. This is just the Zul'jin by themselves, but they actually scout out the Dahaka without actually even, not even on purpose, as they don't get the auto in. They don't cancel the Dragonite. MJ Doom is like, I'm out of here. Going to use that Brush Stalker speed to make their escape, and this continues be another Dragonite in favor for Work Hard, Throw Hard, and they will push into the bottom, excuse me, into the mid lane with this. They have top lane camp pressure. 20 to 20. What is the play? What are they able to do with this? Toad's coming out because the Pandemic was done. You can see Zeldra taking so much. That is the Unstoppable going to be popped as well, but you can see all that poison coming out from Nazeebo sitting at 192 stacks. Those Toads are going to be popping out so much here as the Zul'jin goes ahead and gets the Stay a while and listen, but the healing coming out is just in perfect time. Decker King will be falling at this time, so Aura is down. The Purification Salvo will be connecting. No one falling just yet, and I do think that first time when I thought it didn't go off completely, I think it absolutely did. But it looks like we do have that mid lane keep falling. So many members are low. They spread it. They spread the chain bomb, but it isn't going to get the kill. Oh my god, that could have been huge for them. They actually did pick up the Master of Flames, so the Living Bomb spreads indefinitely. Indefinite. That is awesome. But Dragonite's still active for 10 seconds, 3% on that health. They want to find an entry here as they get a lot of damage out onto them. The Guillotine upgrade at level 20. What is that even called? Buzzsaw is going to be ripping down the lane there. Tongue Drag going to be going on into a minion. They actually get a lot of damage onto the Joanna. The Unstoppable is proc. They actually get the Stormbolt. They get the kill. That is going to be Zul'jin finishing their level 1 questing talent as well, so that is a lot of value for them. They currently have a good siege onto this bottom lane keep. Are they able to confirm it? A lot of poke coming out from this Nazeebo, sitting at 198 stacks still. They're able just to throw out some spiders, and they can probably poke into this. Yep, that will be 2 keeps going down, and can they go in for the core? They're looking for it. 34 seconds on the Joanna. Muradin going to be jumping, and the Stormbolt goes out. They get a lot of burst out here, and that is going to be the Kael'thas falling. The Buzzsaw comes out from the Zul'jin as they're starting to auto on the core. So much damage going out onto that Phoenix as they do need to retreat into the Hall of Storms. And this is going to be the Stale While Listen going to be interrupted here. Not going to allow that to happen anytime soon from Mike Check as they start to burn down this core. MJ Doom is going to be burrowing, but it will be game number 1 going over to Squad 9 Alpha. GG. Well played. I don't know what I can do or what I can change. Game 2. Pretty cool. Game 1. Alright. Let's get going here into game number 2.
Towers of Doom.
So, let me just recap everyone if you missed it. First off, you're going to be seeing a lot of stuttery stream. We are not getting good internet from Spectrum. Sorry. I've already gotten DMs from people. I've already gotten messages. I know that I'm dropping frames. I can see that I'm dropping 60,000 frames. I'm really sorry about this. It is really upsetting on my end. So, while I have that caught up, this is going to be Squad 9 Alpha. They won the coin flip, so they went ahead and banned out Tomb of the Spider Queen. Brax's Holdout was banned out by Work Hard, Throw Hard. Map number 1 was chosen by Work Hard, Throw Hard, and that was Dragonshire. They went ahead and won that map. Now we're going to Squad 9 Alpha's map choice, and that is Towers of Doom. Let's go ahead and get into this. Urel being banned out in that first slot once again. They don't want to deal with her in that solo lane. I can't blame them. I really, really can't blame them. It's a strong, strong ban. It's a strong hero. Now, at the same time, a lot of people have been playing Malthael onto her. It seems to be the optimal choice to really get a lot of value and get that, really weaken them and just kind of mess them up quite a bit. But Diablo going to be banned out as well. Once again, on the side of Squad 9 Alpha, they really don't want to deal with that, even though I think they banned it out and they ran with that kind of synergy for the Purification Salvo on the side of Squad 9 Alpha. So we'll see what they change up in their draft on this really, really macro-based map, as well as just the other thing too is this is a very fight-centric map. That's a big play here on Towers of Doom, as White Mane is going to be banned out by Work Hard, Throw Hard. Squad 9 Alpha, we're going to need to look to ban something out here, and I am not sure. What do they take out? They take out the Decker Cane. They don't want to deal with it from the last game. And who would? Wait, no. They picked it up themselves. Interesting. They just don't want to give that first pick over. That actually makes sense. No, that makes sense to me. Dear Lord, I can't even watch my own stream. It's actually, I'm jumping around and then that's a first pick Nazebo. Heck a what? Wow, is it jumping around? Hopefully the audio's coming through and you can all hear that, but yeeks indeed. This is going to be a first pick Kael'thas, and then we are going to be having... They just pick up their support here? Stukov wouldn't be a horrible choice here, neither would Alexstrasza. But they go for the Blaze. They want to have that bunker, they want to have that sustain in the fight, they want to be able to have that armor increase as well. Able to armor up, get ready for that fight, and continue into it as... Next 2 picks. Stukov and Li Ming. Okay. Resets from Li Ming are powerful. Poke damage is really, really great. The Stukov is going to offer them great silences and setups, but they're needing to have that setup, and they need a main tank and they need a solo laner. Well, Nazebo can solo lane. But they still need someone for their rotations for wave clear as well. And realistically, I still think Garrosh as their main tank would be really powerful. So they should ban it out on the side of Squad 9 Alpha. But the Anubrak will be banned out. The Bug is not going to be making play into this game. And realistically, they could go for the Garrosh themselves. That'd be huge here. Garrosh is a phenomenal hero on this map and many others. But the displacement you can get is huge. The other thing that we didn't discuss is the Stitches. Stitches has got a lot of value here with the Gorge being able to render one member, completely isolate a member, not render that, isolate a member completely away from your friendly team is a huge play. But they go for the Malfurion ban. They're looking to kind of just weaken that support pool, as there have been 3 really great healers taken away, but that's a Cho'Gall so early. Actually, not so early, but that is going to be a Cho'Gall in this draft. I wish we weren't having some frame drop issues, because this is what you want to see rather than the slideshow. What are they getting these next 2 picks? They need their main tank. They need some sort of percentage-based damage too. Do they go for like a Malthael? No, they go for Tychus. Okay. Okay, I like this. That's a lot of good setup, but they're going to need a main support, and Ariel is still available.
I'm not checking in.
Okay. That's going to be an Ana picked up as well. Not typically what we've seen, but I'm alright with it. I like the idea of the Ana here. I think that's going to be really strong. You lock down one target with Sleep, reposition around them, body them with Cho'Gall, Kael'thas dumps the damage, meanwhile Blaze just does their thing in the solo lane. I like this. I like this a ton. Let's go ahead and get into this game number 2. they don't want Nazeebo in the solo lane. He's best to rotate to get more stacks. I absolutely agree, but the way they played them in the last game leads me to believe that this is going to be a solo lane Nazeebo. They did get enough stacks actually. They were 3 stacks shy of the questing talent when they got to 20. So you could be more, you could be less, but they were right on point. Let's go ahead and get into this. On the left hand side, we're gonna have Squad 9 Alpha trying to even out the series. MJ Doom going to be on that Blaze. We're going to be having Ara Luna on the Ana. We're going to be having Gola going to be on the Aelthos, and we'll have Zalonzi on the Cho'Gall. And on the right-hand side, up 1 game, trying to make it 2. This is going to be Work Hard, Throw Hard, with Delita once again on the Nazeebo. Mike Check going to be on the ETC. Ash Rain going to be on the Stukov. Not going to say the full name, but Sagan is going to be on the Tychus, and Durg going to be on the Li Ming. Once again, some comfort picks and a lot of reprised roles. Either way, this is going to be an awesome game number 2 because we have a Cho'Gall. Let's get into this. Sorry once again for the stuttering stream. We will do our best to just kind of give you a nice auditory experience as Mike Check is getting a lot of damage put onto them. MJ Doom looking for that backline entry, not going to be working out, and they make the rotation out of here into that bottom lane. Now we do have Mana Addict on the Kael'thas, and I think we're gonna have is it not detached magazine box or something? Piercing darts. No, that is a completely different talent at level 1. But this is going to continue to heal them up throughout this as they are going to be making these rotations. Meanwhile, in top lane, we are going to be having the Nazeebo into MJ Doom, and this is going to allow them just to have some great pressure as well as sustain into this Nazeebo. I actually think both of these 2 heroes are going to be interesting to watch in the solo lane, but we'll keep an eye on that as we're going to be watching the rotations mostly during this game in between the mid and the bottom as the Tychus gets the clear on this lane. They step up a little bit, but they're not going to be getting any sort of big kills just yet. The other thing, too, is you can see Tychus shredding the Cho'Gall at this point. Also, the knockback being used just to make sure that they kind of get out of the way of a couple of these abilities, but also, at the same time, kind of messing up each other, as it looks like this is going to be top lane pushed in a little bit, and actually, it's honestly realistic. It's just staying right in the middle. Maybe Blaze is winning this over a bit, but they continue to go between mid and bottom. They actually go ahead and work on their camp on the right-hand side by Work Hard, Throw Hard, and this is a great play. Now, the one thing I want to talk about, bottom lane pressure. Bottom lane pressure is so insanely important because of the fact that if you can hold the bottom bell tower, you're going to be getting an amazing amount of value into that lane. But doesn't seem like that's going to be the case, as they should be able to rotate down with their Cho'Gall fairly soon and get the clear. The other thing, too, is Kael'thas is down here. They will have that clear as quickly as possible. As well, nothing's stopping them, so they just need to get the clear before they get into that range. That is going to be the Stukov trying to get the pushback onto the wave. They actually don't rotate down here, and I'm thinking that they might be able to get this in easily, as they will step up in the lane, and no clear coming out from Kael'thas just yet, and the... Nope. But they only lose their gate. So 0 experience in favor, really boosting the members of Work Hard, Throw Hard as Squad 9 Alpha defends their bottom lane just fine, just losing their gate. And the Nazeebo just zoning with the zombie wall, not wanting to get caught out here. Gonna play it safe, but we do have a triple alter phase popping up in the next 9 seconds. Bottom lane seems to be where all the fun's gonna be. The left and right might just be traded up, but we'll watch down here as we might get a fight breaking out between these 2 teams. To have Tychus stepping up here onto the Cho'Gall, a lot of damage coming out. That is going to be the Ana getting some decent healing out, but they need to walk out of here as it's not enough, and this is not the burst healing that I think they were looking for. They need to find some sort of way to get that Cho'Gall health up quicker as they take 8 damage to the core of Squad 9 Alpha, but it looks like members of Work Hard, Throw Hard will be taking 4 damage themselves. Left side is going to be held over just fine. No one going for that camp just yet. I was thinking there might be some aggression, not too soon. Actually, this is exactly it, because I was like, this is up, and they've been playing this so quickly and so fast. Work Hard, Throw Hard has a lot of good play, but I think they're trying to find someone in the rotation. It's not going to be happening here, as it looks like they just go ahead and go back for the soak into the lane. The sleep dart goes out. They don't want to get shredded by the Tychus, and just letting them sleep is the best way to do this. Making sure that they just don't get if they don't get woken up, they can't really do any sort of damage. You can kind of walk around it and play it safe, but engaged in this bottom lane. A lot of damage going out. All 5 are going into work hard, throw hard, but no one is able to get the damage they're looking for, and they have to back right out of here as the rune bomb is going to also go ahead and... what? Li Ming died, apparently. I think it was maybe Chain Bomb. That has to be the only thing. Yeah, it has to be Chain Bomb. Meanwhile, though, Nazeebo gets free reign in top lane. Not a whole lot of mana to work with, but still getting those stacks and pushing up the lane will get a lot of value here. Double altar phase in the bottom lane. Looks like we do have a Sapper Camp being picked up by this Kael'thas with the help of Cho'Gall. Scout this out on the right-hand side, making sure that they're not getting that stolen away from them, and we'll see how the lane matchups work out here, as realistically, they need to work on, they need to not work on, but they need to be setting themselves up for their positioning around this objective. ETC doesn't really need to soak that lane because they need to be ready for the altar phase as they get the power slide in. That also will be the zombie wall. The knockback going to be coming out as well. Healing going to be coming out from that Stukov. They're starting to chase this. Ana not really being able to burst the Cho'Gall up too much here. They need to find some entry point, as well as Tychus is getting the channel onto this. That is going to be some decent damage coming out. They actually don't get the blow up onto that rune bomb. Delita is going to be going ahead and getting this, so they trade out the left and the right side. Maybe even, no, actually Gola is going to be getting stunned out, and they don't get the channel just yet. So currently 4 points of damage onto the core of Squad 9 Alpha as they start to engage onto this bottom point. ETC finding that backline entry, really splitting the team away, but they're getting really low here as Mike Check has so much poison damage on them. They end up falling here. MJ Doom is the next to go. Reset for the Li Ming, and they're trying to find a little bit more here as Ash Rain finishes that out, and 4 more points onto the core of Squad 9 Alpha, taking 8 damage during that altar phase there. And we have lanes going back, probably going to be having the Nazeebo going back up here to soak up for more stacks, currently sitting at 63 out of the 175, as well as that level 20 necessary. The other thing too is to note is the Toads, that Pandemic at level 1, sitting at 11 stacks currently. Not working too quickly up through that, but it is kind of hard in the solo lane, especially when you only have 1 target to hit. Meanwhile though, bottom lane we do have this being cleared out, and we have that Kael'thas in mid. Also working on that Mana Addict stacks, looking at 12 out of the 20. ETC at 11 out of the 20 for the Proc Rock. And Cho'Gall on that bombs away, only at 8 stacks so far. Really needs to make sure that they're detonating those bombs in the right moments. And also, I think, isn't Rollback at level 7 too? They're trying to push in this wave with the work hard, throw hard in bottom lane. They're actually getting a decent advantage with this. We'll see if they're able to push in. Mike Check has rotated down as well, making sure that they can push this in. Gonna get the sleep onto the Tychus, making sure that they isolate them away. The silence goes out onto Kael'thas. They're trying to get the wave clear, but this is really good. They're really annoying them as one Sapper does go in, get some decent damage out. That will be the Chain Bomb exploding, getting some pressure onto them, but Stukov heals it up, and we have a single altar phase popping up in this mid area. Looking for the 10s, and they got them. On the side of work hard, throw hard. Now they just need to set up for this. Gargantuan for the Nazeebo. Massive shove forward that Stukov. ETC, Li Ming, and Tychus all holding. That's the mosh pit. Okay, I was like, do we get a Draken Laser Drill? No, it's going to be the Odin and Li Ming holding. I wonder if it's going to be Disintegrate or if it's going to be the Wave of Force, and it's going to be Wave of Force. Knockback from Mike Check, making sure they don't get stepped up too much on here, and that is also going to be Nano Boost from the Ana. Nano Boost on the Cho'Gall, please. Let's see it as we currently have the healing going out. That also will be the bomb coming out as well. Cho'Gall getting shredded. That is going to be the Twisting Nether. The Mike Check with the Mosh Pit. They currently use all their abilities. They're getting some damage out. The Rune Bomb goes out. They also jump into the bunker, getting themselves some armor here. They're going to want to step up onto this. No one has claimed the altar just yet, but they're so low. Reset City for Dirk here if they can get another one, but definitely getting a lot of damage out here. That wall is going to be knocking that back. That is going to be the Tychus picking up the Ana, and that is going to be another altar picked up for the members of Work Hard, Throw Hard, taking the core down to 20 health. Now the question is, do they go for boss? 5 seconds on the Kael'thas. Realistically, it's not the best call. They want to hold over the bottom lane for it, and I do not blame them. That is a big, big play in this situation to be able to try and get this and push that in. Meanwhile, though, looks like Li Ming is going to be trying to find some sort of entry into this. Not going to be able to do that. I thought maybe they would be going for a bit of a fight, but no. Nope. They're just going to go ahead and grab a camp here on the right-hand side, push that in, and should be just fine. Bottom lane, though, the upheaval actually comes out onto Mike Check. This is the ETC, so they should be absolutely fine. Phoenix goes ahead and gets dropped. Mike Check is getting so much damage put on them, and I said that they'd be fine, but the upheaval was enough. That is the kill they want, and now they move on to the Tychus, but MJ Doom made a bad call, getting shredded by so many of these members, though Durg is going to be the next target. They get the massive shove onto the Shogal, disengaging from that, and it's a nice pushback, but the thing is they want to be aggressive with this. There's no ETC for the next 6 seconds. There's a sapper camp that's going to get cleared out way early in the lane, and so I think, yeah, this should be fine. Meanwhile, Nazeebo just going to rotate around, get some more stacks, play this fine, sitting at 106 currently at level 12. So in a pretty good spot for Work Hard, Throw Hard, as the ETC is back now. This is another single altar phase popping up in the bottom lane in 22 seconds. This is not really the situation you want to be in with a Cho'Gall. This is being kind of on the back foot is a little hard here. See what they're able to do with this. 13s are almost there. They also get the vision knocked away. They don't want to have that. Just posturing. Just posturing. Nazeebo going to be rotating in. Mike Check going to get the power slide. The knockback will be there. They're maybe looking for that mosh. It is available. Sleep Dart is there. The upheaval comes out, pulling a couple members, but the wall is in the way. They also drop the Phoenix. That is the Twisting Nether getting the damage onto Li Ming. They also get the kill from the Gull. Mike Check in a bit of a bad spot, and I said this is where you want to be, but I should be saying that for Work Hard, Throw Hard, as 2 members fall here. Tychus, that Odin trying to get some damage out. So many members are low. They're trying to poke out here, and they might be able to turn this around as they get a lot out from the Tychus here. Oh my god, MJ Doom in the backline is getting poisoned, but the healing from Aura is going to be enough. Meanwhile, Cho'Gall is getting so much work done, but the thing is they can't sustain through all this. A lot of poison damage is going to be coming out. Kael'thas gets popped, but that is also the response onto the Tychus, and that's a lot of the shred that's out of the Cho'Gall. They know that they need to leave. The other thing, too, is that is the Nazeebo with barely any health, so they can try and poke in on this. There's going to be the Li Ming up and the ETC. They're coming back into this, but they have no way of utilizing any abilities. There's no well available for the Nazeebo, I think, in the next, like, 60 seconds or so. I was watching them actually tap well, like, a little bit before this. They get out with 500 health, and Durg, oh my god, wait, maybe they don't, as actually ETC might be setting up for a mosh? Okay. I was thinking if they got the power slide in, they would definitely get that mosh. But 4 more points onto the core of Squad 9 Alpha, and they hold this bottom lane over. They want to push this in with some sappers, and that's exactly what they go for here. Left side going to be available. They could play this aggressive if they wanted to, but not going to be the case. They'll let Kael'thas go ahead and grab this, and they're just going to go ahead, and this will be a nice even matchup in the bottom lane. Meanwhile, top lane, Nazeebo just doing his... Actually, excuse me, I didn't even look at the minimap correctly. Tychus doing Tychus things. It's just up there solo laning currently, as they actually have Mike Check running as best they can away from all this. A lot of damage going to be coming out. Zombie Wall will separate them from the team. MJ Doom needs to find that out. They do find it, and this should be an easy disengage. Bottom lane has the 2 sappers, camps pushing into each other, and this looks like it's going to go over in favor for Work Hard, Throw Hard. They can make the, yeah, they're going to go right back into that bottom lane, push this out a little bit more, and they could potentially go for the fort here. We'll see if they're able to make an aggressive pushback onto them. They go for it? They're playing it. I like the safer rotation, not going for the heavy push. Now, granted, also Cho'Gall should be able to clear this out from range, but the upheaval comes out. They actually pull the worst player to get pulled in, and that is going to be Ash Rain getting killed there. And they go for the mosh pit onto one member. The nano boost is on to the Cho'Gall as well. They want to find some damage with a lot of these abilities, and Mike Check is, oh my god, with just a couple hundred health, maybe making it out. The armor is going to be there, and they get out. Holy crap. Alter phase in 13 seconds. Stukov not going to be up for this in time. They do have that portal in, but MJ Doom is going to have to drop the bunker. A lot of the members are responding to this. They put them in the zombie wall. The healing is there. They don't get the kill. That's crit. What? Dirk just, like, walked into that. That's a big moment for these members on the side of Squad 9 Alpha. They will be able to grab this bottom altar. They go for the aggressive side, but they want to delay this out. They've got the mana for it. The poke coming out from the Nazeebo will be huge. They also drop the Gargantuan, the dive out, and they are in a bit of a bad spot. They drop the zombie wall. They need to get rid of that as the Stukov is back for the healing. No one on the left side just yet. Gargantuan doing work for the team as they actually disengage from this right-hand side, and they start to move their way over. I don't think they can get to the Kael'thas in time here, so they trade these out, and they end up getting 8 shots onto the enemy core of Work Hard, Throw Hard, but still, Squad 9 Alpha taking for themselves, so putting that down to 12 to 28. This game is slowly whittling itself down to a closer and closer match. But that altar phase, that was big. That was big for the members of Squad 9 Alpha. If they were only able to move a little bit quicker and be a little bit more aggressive, they could have potentially gotten even more from that. 15 to 15 on both sides. Teams looking really close when it comes to that 16 power spike, and that's often where we see a lot of value coming out from that Shogal. Let's see if they're able to get that big burst, that big talent tier advantage, because I do believe that is the silence going to be coming out. That is also going to be the upheaval get them. They also have the power slide out. Mana boost was there as well. They're looking for the big fight. Meanwhile, Nazeebo top lane, sitting at 129 stacks, 39 on the Pandemic, gets this camp. They're going to push up into top lane, and a lot of people, they say that top lane isn't that much of a value, but it is. It's got a lot of value here. It really can push in consistently. They actually get the left side, and they want to aggress over here. They haven't burned this down yet. They actually get, this is the fight you want to take with the Shogal here, and they actually step up into this. A lot of damage going to be going out. Durg needs to find an exit here. The bunker comes out as well. Power slide from the ETC. The Bosch goes out. As the bunker is going to be ending, they'll be... Oh. That's going to be the ETC falling here, as well as the Tychus, the Molten Block coming out from Cho, but it is perfectly timed out by Durg. They get that reset. So a 3-for-2 trade. Durg just leaving here. Meanwhile, I want to say this. Nazeebo, look at that siege in top lane. Siege damage coming out from Nazeebo is still getting... Excuse me. Looked at the wrong side. I was like, it's still getting dwarfed by Kael'thas, and actually it's not too far off as they actually turn over the bottom bell tower, and that's 5 to 3. Well, 4 to 4. I was like, oh wow, they're able to do this. They scout out that bush with the dart, and that is going to be 4 more points of damage going over to the core of Workhard Throwhard, and they then will take another 4 on top of that. So they're looking at 8 core health gone. 12 to 20. This game is getting closer and closer, as it looks like this will be top lane reclaimed. Now, no pressure into the bottom lane. No camps available for pickup. Those are going to be up in a minute on one side and a minute and 20 on the other. So realistically, it's just reclaiming forwards. But this is an interesting moment here as they get a huge pull into this. Oh my god. I really hope stream was not glitching out that one moment. Dear Lord, was that the blow up that you want to see? Yeah, they go ahead and they confirm 4 more shots onto their core. They take them down to 8 core health. Now they need to reclaim their bottom bell tower. They should push in the other side as well as pick up these sappers. These are getting really close. Death timers are pretty short here, so it should be too big of a deal. But if they can get this bottom bell tower and then maybe go ahead and pick up their own on the back foot, that might be the way to go about it. But they go for the safe route. They're going to pick up theirs. They're going to clear out theirs first, and this shouldn't be that big of a deal, especially with all 5 members in this lane on a solo soaking, just trying to work their way up for those 20s. They reclaim the keep and bottom lane, and they'll do the same thing on the left side. I wouldn't be too surprised once again. Sappers are popping up almost at the same time, and they need to make a critical decision here. This keep won't fall with just a sappers. They need to actually get some damage on it, but there's also a double altar phase popping up here. They can win through that. They don't have any sort of checkmate position just yet. Mike check potentially getting caught out here. They don't want to get caught by the upheaval. And they're looking for it. They were looking for that upheaval, absolutely, but they go for one side. They say, if we can confirm 4, that's big for us. If we can do 8, that's the game. We'll see here if they're able to do that. 18 to 19, MJ Doom trying to step up here. They know that they can't do any of this. That is the upheaval going out as well. There is going to be the Twisting Nether. They actually stop channeling the altar. They want to get the fight here as the Commandeer Odin comes out as well. That is going to be the bunker falling on top of that. They have that out, and it's going to sustain them through this fight, and it looks like so many members are so low. They're going to need the healing out from the Stukov, which is going to be coming in. Shogal has fallen at this time. That is MJ Doom stepping up, and Blaze falls as well. This could potentially be game ending as there's only 2 members left. The RL is going to be falling, and the members of Work Hard, Throw Hard will confirm both of these bell towers as Ashrain has gotten the right. Durg is going to get the left, and the GGs are thrown out, and that is going to be game number 2 going over in favor for Work Hard, Throw Hard. GG. Well played.